Alright guys, welcome aboard. We're going to do our second flight, at least second video flight in the Aerobask Diamond DA-62 twin. Last we left off, we flew into downtown San Diego Lindbergh Field. We're parked over here at the GA ramp down on the southeast side of the airport. Let's jump in and get started. I thought we'd just kind of take it easy here. We do a nice VFR flight. The marine layer in Southern California, which is where I'm located, is starting to break up. So we're going to fly over to my home airport, which is just north of San Diego, French Valley, and take a look at some of the scenery here. So getting started in the plane here. It's fresh and cold here, or cold and, I don't know, dark. We get our fuel on. Come on. There we go. Lock those back. I'm going to turn that down if it's not already turned down. This little thing right here is the... It seems to be the interior volume, but you get a lot of wind noise if you have this turned up, I noticed. Just the way this plane works in my installation of X-Plane. So we'll get our position lights set here. We'll turn our master on. We're going to get rid of a whole bunch of this stuff. We're going to clean everything up. Like I said, we're just going to go VFR here. No big deal. We're not going to play around with the RNAVs and autopilot and all that kind of stuff. At least not a whole bunch. So getting started in here is very easy. As you might have seen in my prior video, you just hit the master here, put the fuel pumps on, and hit the starters on either side. There we go. We're started up. Now we can put the fuel pumps off after startup. Flip the avionics master on. That brings up all of our displays right here. And I'm just going to clean them up a little bit. I like to get rid of that. I don't like to have that on there. And they're not really going to screw around, like I said, with the autopilot or anything. We'll just do the map here. The only other thing I'm going to change is I'm going to change that to track up instead. Get rid of that. And we'll zoom out a little bit. Oh. There we go. Alright, keep our situational awareness right there. Alright, so let's so you got a little annunciators here. Forgot to turn my alternators on. Alright, we got those on. Runway's right in front of us here, so not a lot of taxiing to do. So let's just edge up to the runway right there, and we'll do an immediate departure. So let's get ready here. We'll go flaps set for takeoff. We'll put our strobes on right there, and our landing light on right there. We'll double check our trim tab. All right, and we'll take the runway and get on out of here. Get over to French Valley. Like I said, Southern California, we've got some marine layer here, low stratus deck, but we'll try to stay underneath it, and hopefully by the time we get over to French Valley, I'm looking out my window and it's sunny and clear. So hopefully X-Plane has updated the weather as we head on out. Let's power up and get out of here. A little stutter there, sorry about that. I always seem to get that right in the same location. Alright, rotation speed is 79, so we'll go ahead and rotate right there. It's a little bit of a bump right there at the end of the runway. And that's why we got our excellent 12 foot per minute landing. Kind of bounced over that little bump right there. Alright, positive rate gear up. Let's go flaps up, trim back up, let the nose drop a little bit. Alright, I'm going to throttle back here to about 90%. Take a look at San Diego. Let's put my water reflections on. I always forget to do that beforehand. There we go. looks a little better. How's the waves look? Yeah, we'll leave those off for right now. So taking a look back, there's San Diego. We're going to turn out over Mission Bay right here. And yeah, it's pretty hazy today, even with over at my house. I'm about 15 miles from the coastline as the crow flies. Well, like I said, we'll see what this stratus layer looks like here. Maybe we'll get rid of it if we have to. Try to stay below it. It should break up as we head inland just a little bit here. We're actually heading up the coast, as you can see on the map right here. And we'll keep our landing light on right now. Real world, we're looking at it's not Naval Air Station anymore. It's Marine Corps Air Station, Miramar, Top Gun, former Top Gun, right there. And we've got Montgomery Field over here at General Aviation Airport, pretty busy one. And we're actually flying right through their airspace along the 5 freeway here. So a lot of traffic coming in and out right here. We're really not respecting any of the airspace here, so but I don't know. We'll make believe like we're want to be visible here to the other airplanes as they're coming in. And let's see. Well, so we're kind of settled down here, and I forgot to put my transponder on again. Put that on altitude. Go ahead and turn that down just a little bit. Might be just a tad bit loud. Yeah, let's go ahead and adjust the weather here. It's probably like this in real life down in San Diego, but I want to see some scenery here. What am I doing? That's the wrong spot. I want weather. Light condition. There we go. Let's go customize that. Yeah, so we got the marine layer, other mumbo jumbo. We're going to get rid of all that. We're going to go just do a scattered deck. There we go. That's actually a little bit more realistic as to what it looks like at my house right now. Yeah, so there's Miramar. Like I said, former Naval Air Station, and then Marine Corps took over it a few years back. And we've got La Jolla. If you ever visit San Diego, make sure you head over to La Jolla over here. La Jolla Shores Beach. Great place to go do some surfing if you're a noob. I go paddleboarding there a lot. Used to do some surfing, but I've got some health problems with my knees. Can't quite take the beating anymore, so I do some paddleboarding out there instead. All right, let's go ahead and we'll climb up a little bit now that we're in our scattered deck here instead of the thick marine layer. Get our landing light off. It should be a pretty quick hop, probably about 20 minutes or so. And if we take a look at the map here, I'll zoom out again. We're going right there, F70. So you can see we're pretty much making a straight shot up to the Temecula Valley. That's what the valley is called. There's Temecula, and the north side is Murrieta, which is where the airport is. That's why it's called Murrieta French Valley, or French Valley Murrieta, something like that. Just cruising along North County, San Diego here. You've got all of the beach cities between San Diego and Orange County. What is there, like Del Mar, Solana Beach, Carlsbad, Cardiff, Encinitas. If you're ever visiting here, you take the PCH, take the nice little scenic drive all the way from La Jolla, and if you don't take the freeway, take the PCH, and that runs right along the beaches. You'll go right through all of the beach cities. Lots of places to stop and go walk on the beach, or do whatever you want to do, or get some food. And looks like we're just coming by Lake Hodges over here. I used to live down here, just south of the lake. I think we're over like San Marcos and Vista, and coming up to Escondido. Yeah, this is Escondido over here. And we're going to be flying by Carlsbad Airport. Flew in and out of there a couple of times in my real-world flying days. I learned to fly in San Diego over at Gillespie Field. So I used to fly all around Southern California. I did an entire series there on my YouTube channel there, flying around in the Just Flight Piper Warrior 2. So check that out if you're interested in the Warrior. I really like that plane, although I've had some trouble with the latest patch that they put out, or service pack to it. I actually fly the original one because the service pack is a little bit hosed up, at least for me. I haven't gotten any response back from Just Flight in regards to it yet. And there's Palomar Airport, or Carlsbad, whichever way you want to call it. And we're going to kind of skirt. We're going to kind of skirt the outside of the Camp Pendleton Navy base here, so if I bring this up, here we are. There's Carlsbad. Here's the Navy base. You've got Oceanside Airport right there, and then the Oceanside VOR, and then you've got the entire Camp Pendleton base out in this entire area right here. So you usually kind of skirt along it here, and actually there's an airport right over here, Fallbrook. Let me see if I zoom in. There it goes. So yeah, there's Oceanside. Here's Fallbrook, real nice little airport to pop into, and if you're ever out flying this way, it sits on a little plateau, and kind of surrounded by citrus and strawberry fields. And we're heading over here to F70. So we're gonna skirt right along here and head inbound for French Valley. Matter of fact, I'm gonna start turning right now because we kind of want to go in between these peaks right over here. That's the general direction. So generally just maintaining 2,300, 2,500. I don't think I would normally fly this low in real life. I always tried to get up as high as I could, because you know what they say in real life, it's the two most useless things in general aviation are runway behind you and altitude above you. So generally, 5,000, 6,000 feet, 7,000 feet. Maybe a little bit lower if you're over by the coastline and not doing just some sightseeing. You could always tell which direction you were going with in Southern California, because to the east are the mountains and to the west is the ocean. And when I would go out and fly in other areas of the country, one time I was in Illinois flying out of Champaign-Urbana Airport, rented an airplane, and the first time I got up, I was like, wow, I am disoriented because everything is flat and looks exactly the same in every direction you go. And I've been used to flying here in Southern California, where it's pretty easy to determine which direction you were flying in without having to look at any instruments. Lots of visual landmarks. We should be coming up to French Valley, I think. Is that it right there? Zoom in. We'll look around here. I thought I caught a glimpse of it. Is that it right there? Yeah. Anyway, it's probably behind the pillar right here. It is kind of difficult to spot French Valley. Yeah, I think that's it right over there. I see the strawberry fields. Yeah, there it is right there. You can see the hangars and things like that. It's right over there. And actually you can see the strawberry fields. Alright, so let's get back on course here. We're basically going to follow the 15 freeway right here, right through the pass. We're currently over Fallbrook. 15 freeway runs from San Diego. Well, actually, it technically runs from, let me see, where does it start? Like Chula Vista, right? Almost at the Mexican border. Through San Diego, through North County, up into the Inland Empire here, Riverside County, which is where we're going to be crossing into here, and goes all the way up to, through, what is it, through the high desert there, all the way to Las Vegas, right? Yeah, it's 15. And like I said, normally wouldn't fly this low in real life, but kind of fun to fly through this. I drive through this pretty much every day when I go to San Diego. This is the Rainbow Valley, this little area right there. It's called Rainbow, California. And ahead of us is, I don't know, some people call it the cleavage, this little pass right here. And ahead of us, like I was going to say, here is the Temecula Valley. Lots of wineries and things like that over here on the eastern side of the valley. And so a lot of people come, they have weddings or events or anything like that. They come over to the wineries here, and they fly in to French Valley Airport. And then go stay at the wineries for the weekend. They have lots of balloons too. I'd like to get some scenery, kind of, I don't know, do something here where I could get the balloons, because usually every single morning there's tons of balloons floating on the eastern side of the valley. Alright, so we're coming up to French Valley Airport. Let's go ahead and turn inbound here. We'll go ahead and get set up for our landing. So, get our landing light on. We're going to throttle all the way back, put gear down, do our first notch of flaps. Get us nice and slowed up. And I do have ortho 4XP scenery throughout the entire area right here. And I just went full flaps, bring up the power, trim up for the airport. Actually, I'm going to get a little bit more power. We'll level off here. We are pretty low. So this is where I live. I'm not going to point out the house here, but yeah, I'm pretty close to my house here. So this end of the valley here is Murrieta. So the north side is Murrieta, like I said, and the south side is Temecula. Kind of sister cities, whatever you want to call it. And we got the airport right ahead of us there. We'll wait till the approach lights come in. There we go. Let's throttle back to 40. Alright, landing checklist. Lights on, gear down, 3 green, flaps down. We are good to land. So yeah, French Valley sits on a little plateau, which you can kind of see the terrain drops off over here. Coming in a little high. And I didn't even check the winds, but just looking outside, we're probably got a little bit of a tailwind here. But at least sky conditions are pretty realistic. That's looking out the window, and that's what I see. And a scattered clouds. We got a nice long runway here, so we won't bother too much with being right on the numbers. Alright, get ourselves slowed up. Flaps up. We're going to go all the way out to the other end, or the other taxiway off-ramp here. The front gear on this plane is very springy, so if you slam on the brakes, it definitely bounces around a little bit. Alright, well, welcome to French Valley. That was a fun little hop. Let's see, where shall we park? Right over here. So if you like these videos like this, go ahead and subscribe. I'm going to be doing a whole bunch of them with this airplane, doing little hops like this, I think, around, along with playing around with the approaches and the G1000 here. Alright, brakes off. We'll do landing light off, strobes off, and shutdown's pretty straightforward here, so we can kill our avionics master and just kill the masters. Alternator, position lights, and the master. And that's it. We're done. Put the fuel off. Off, I said. Off. There we go. All set. Let's pop out of the airplane here. Open everything up. Like I said, welcome to French Valley. Subscribe, hit the like button, hit the bell button to get notified when I post videos. And if you have any questions or comments or complaints, put them in the video down below in the comments section. Till next time, guys. Take care.